In this video, I'm going to share with you an updated tutorial on how to play Alicia Keys' If I Ain't Got You. This is one of the most, how would I put this, high demanded or most requested tutorial. And I want to break this up into 4 parts because, again, this video series or this channel is for complete beginners. It would be almost impossible for me to show this entire song to you in one video without you pulling your hair out. So I'm going to break this into a 4-part series. This is going to be part 1. And if you want to look out for the next few parts, make sure that you subscribe. And depending on when you see this video, I may have released the other parts. If this is a new video, if I just released it within the past week, you'll have to wait for parts 2, 3, and 4. So the first part we're going to do is going to be the intro. So by the time we get done with this intro, it's going to sound like this. So it does take a little bit of focus, and it will add a sustain pedal, which I will show you how to play once we get done all of the notes. So we'll start with the right hand, because the right hand is the part that does a little bit more movement, and then we'll do the left hand, and then we'll do both hands together. So really, you're only dealing with 4, this is not 4, this is 4 chords. This one, this one, this one, this one. And all you're doing is you're just breaking up the notes. Right? And you're just playing them a certain number of times. So you may have to write this down if it's helpful to you. So the first chord, right, or the first set of 3 notes that we're going to be playing. And for the most part, we'll be dealing with just 3 fingers. We'll be dealing with the thumb, the index finger, and the pinky for the right hand. Or in musical terms, the thumb is number 1, and the index is 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. So if you're a complete beginner, we're going to be dealing with mostly the white keys. And so, well, we are going to have a couple of black keys in there, but I will let you know when they show up. So C is the white key to the left of the 2 black keys. And it goes D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then it just starts over D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So that is important to know if you're a complete beginner. So with that said, we're going to take for the first chord, the right hand is going to use its thumb, pinky, we'll start with the pinky because it is starting at the top note. We're going to take our pinky and we're going to play E, right? So as a reference, this is middle C, right? Middle C is the C that is closest to the middle of your keyboard, and it sounds like this, right? Not up here, not down here, but here. So the E that we're going to be working with is not this E that is right after middle C, it's the next E up. That is your starting point. We're going to take our pinky and play E. We're then going to take our 2 finger, our index finger, and play B. And then we're going to take our thumb to play G. So it's just those 3 notes, E, B, G. And we're going to play that pattern 6 times. So E, B, G. And we're going to do 5 more times after that. So this is the first time. Second time. Third time. 4th time. 5th time. 6th time. Right? So it's just and then for the next part, we're going to move down. Our pinky is now going to move down to D. Our 2 fingers are going to move to A. And our thumb is going to play G flat. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this, right? Because the G flat sometimes, or the black keys, sometimes it can be awkward to play with the thumb. But this G flat here is the black key that is where the 3 black keys are. It is the one furthest to the left. So you go D, A, G flat, right? That's one way to play it. Now, if you will use your thumb, you can use this space up here to move your longer fingers up as opposed to playing like this. You can just go like this, right? With the same 5, 2, and 1 finger. Another way that you could play it, now this may require some extension, is the same 5th finger is going to play G, and then you can just use your 3rd finger, your middle finger to play A, and your 2 finger to play G flat if that's more comfortable for you. Right? So either way, doesn't really matter as long as you have D, A, G flat. Now, just like the first chord, you're going to play this 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next chord, we're going to come down again. Our pinky is going to play C. Our 2 fingers are going to play G, and our thumb is going to play E in the same exact pattern. So top, middle, bottom. And as you guessed it, we're going to play 6 times. So 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, so we have and then that last chord that you have to think about before we move back up is the pinky is going to go to B. The 2 fingers are going to play that same exact G flat that we played earlier. And then our thumb is going to play D. So go B, G flat, D. I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this time you're going to play this 4 times. So wait, is that 3 or 4 times? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you're going to do is for the so what you're going to do is after the 4th time you play this, you're going to move back up to the C, G, E chord. You're going to play it 1 time. Then you go step back up to the D, A, G flat chord and play that 1 time. And then you'll go back to the beginning where you're back up to the E, B, G. So what you basically played is this. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So you're gonna, when you come back up here, you're gonna play this 6 more times again. 4, 5, 6. Now, when you get back to this chord, right, the D, A, G flat, something very interesting happens. You play it 5 times, right? Instead of playing it the 6th time, you're going to do a chromatic walk down where you're going to take, and this is going to be a little weird, you may have to practice this a little bit, where your thumb's going to go to, so your thumb was here, your pinky was here. You're going to go to the black key that's right to the left of it. So you're at D, now you're at D flat. You're going to take your 2 finger and play A flat, which is the black key in the middle of the 3 black keys. And then your thumb is going to go to F, and you're going to play this. And just do it 1 time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then then you're going to go back to the C, G, E, and play that 6 times. And then, you're going to just play this, the B, G flat, D chord 3 times. So when you play them together, when you play everything in that order, it's going to sound like this. Obviously, you play slow to practice it. Right? And when you add the pedal to this, and by the way, if you need to break this up, feel free to do so. So even if you have to come back to this video, just break up the chords and practice it for a little bit, and then come back to learn, you know, the next part that I go over. That's perfectly normal. When you are working the sustain pedal, that's if you have it. What you want to do is you hold the sustain pedal down. This is like the easier way to do it. There's a more technical way to use the sustain pedal, but for right now, this is just to get you in the door. You're going to hold the sustain pedal down the entire time you play each chord, right? So you hold it down. When you get to the next chord, you let go and come back down again. Let go, come down. Let go. So each time you change from one chord to the next, you want to lift the sustain pedal and come back down, because it keeps it from sounding muddy, right? So that's just a little tidbit on the sustain pedal. Before I get into the left hand, I do want to bring to your attention that I do have a free piano in 3 steps video. If you are a complete piano beginner and you want to get your foot in the door, I go over how to name the keys, how to deal with chords, and how chords show up in real songs. That video is provided for free in the link in the description box. You just click to sign up, and make sure that you do that before you leave this tutorial. Now, the good news about the left hand is the left hand has a super, super easy part in comparison to the right hand. The left hand is just playing one note at a time. So here we have, we'll just use our thumb, right, for middle C for the left hand. Then we'll just use our 2 finger for B. Excuse me. Then we'll use our 3rd finger for A. And then we'll use our 4th finger for G. So that's the first part. You're just holding these notes down as the right hand does those runs. So hold C, hold the B, hold the A, hold the G, and then you're going to just go A, B, and then back to C. So anytime the right hand changes a chord, the left hand's going to change the note. That's the easiest way to think about it. And then B. And then when the right hand does that weird intermittent chord that I showed you, your left hands are going to go to the B flat, which is where if B is here, the B flat's going to be right next to it on the left. So you take your 3rd finger to play that. And then you're going to go to A with your 4th finger. And then finally, pinky with G. Right? So again, if you have to practice this separately and then come back to this video, that's perfectly fine. It's something to give you, something to for you to keep busy for the next week or so. Now, here's how this is going to sound together. As the right hand's doing the ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the left hand's going to hold the note. So for the first chord that the right hand plays, the left hand's going to hold C the entire time the right hand runs those 6 times. When the right hand moves down to that D, A, G flat, the left hand's going to go to B at the same time and hold it. When the right right hand goes to the C, G, E chord at the same time that the right hand plays C with the pinky, the left hand's going to go to A with the third finger. I don't know how many times I played that, but you know, if you play 6 times, that's pretty much how it works. So then, when you go to the B, G flat, D, and then the left hand's going to go to G at the same time, the right hand's going to start that chord. Right? As the right hand moves up to the chord, the next chord, the left hand's going to move up to A. As the right hand moves up to that D, A, G flat, the left hand's going to move to B. And then we're back to the top again. The right hand's going to play that E to play that chord 6 times. The left hand's going to play that C. And then as the right hand moves down, as you guessed it, the left hand's going to move down to B as the right hand plays D at the top. Now, here's that intermittent chord that I was talking about where you go D flat. You might use your third finger for, because if your 2 fingers are already here, you may just need to use your third finger, whichever is, you know, more comfortable for you. So D flat, A flat, F. When you get to that weird chord, that's when the left hand's going to go to that B flat. And then we're back on chorus with the C, G, E, and the left hand plays A. And then we end on that final chord where the right hand comes in on B and the left hand comes in on G and the left hand holds. So now what we have is, and again, you can add that pedal. So let me start from the beginning. And that's how you play the intro part of If I Ain't Got You. So again, if you like this content, make sure that you subscribe and turn the notification bell for when I release the next video, which will be part 2 of the same song, where we'll go over the intro, the some people live for the fortune, that part, right? And so in the meantime, if you want to go over another really popular video, which is John Legend's All of Me, I'm going to provide that series in the top right corner of this video. So again, make sure that you like and comment if you have any questions. I'll be sure to answer whatever questions you may have. So thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.